Conservative pundit Erickson of RedState.com weighed in on the white supremacist terror attack in Charleston, and some of his comments were unsurprising, and others were from fucking Neptune. So first, he goes on and on about how, the kid is evil and the kid is crazy. So did he say, hey, he's a terrorist? No, he didn't do that. Did he say white supremacist? Did he say those words? No, of course not. Did he mention easy access to guns as an issue in this conversation? Nope. So he said loner white kid, crazy and evil, the typical things whenever it's a right-wing terrorist attack. They say there's no connection to ideology at all, it's just a single crazy person. So that's the not shocking stuff so far. Then he said this, quote, a society that looks at a 65-year-old male Olympian and with a straight face declares him a her and a new normal cannot have a conversation about mental health or evil because that society no longer distinguishes normal from crazy and evil from good. Our American society has a mental illness, overwhelming narcissism and delusion, and so cannot recognize what crazy or evil looks like. He's blaming Caitlyn Jenner. He's blaming the fact that America is now becoming more open-minded when it comes to transgender rights. Okay, take out a dictionary, look up scapegoat. That is exactly what this is. Historically, we've seen it time and time again. I mean, how many times throughout history? Blame the Jews. Just always those damn Jews. Blame the blacks. Blame the blacks. Or now, blame the Muslims. Those fucking Muslims all the time. Look at what he's doing. There's a murder, a terrorist attack from a right-wing terrorist, a neo-Confederate white supremacist terrorist who's open about his racism, and he had a manifesto that was overtly political. He's saying, I am a right-wing terrorist. I'm a right-wing terrorist. Who does he blame? Transgender people. Ha! We can't even say that's weird. So how can we have a conversation about anything else? But here's the thing, you dick. There's nothing wrong with transgender people. They're not hurting anybody. They're being true to who they are. They were born biologically male, and they feel like the opposite, or born biologically female, and they feel like the opposite. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? They're just people. There's no moral judgment to be had there, but where should the moral judgment be done? On Dylan Root. And on his ideology of hatred and bigotry and white supremacy. Now, you could say, hey, it's a little more complicated because he was in withdrawal, he was on all these drugs, and he was a loner, and he was a crazy person, and that all led to him becoming radicalized. That's a fair point to make. But the biggest part of the conversation should be, just like it is with jihadists, the ideology itself. But no, because it's more closely related with his belief system. He's like, you can't look at the ideology because it's similar to my ideology, so put that aside. Look at Caitlyn Jenner. Look at Caitlyn, everybody focus on Caitlyn Jenner. I blame Caitlyn Jenner. They just have talking points, their wires crossed, they go right back to the talking points. You know? Whenever anything happens, it's a right-wing terrorist, a neo-Confederate terrorist, white supremacist. They go, blame liberals. Yeah, blame the liberals. Blame, even though it's literally the opposite people who did it. Blame gays. The gays' fault. It's the gays' fault. Blame the transgender people. Gotta blame the transgender people. There's no rational conversation with these people. They are ripe for mockery, and that is all. Shame them into using their brain more.